Good morning, family. Shalom. Peace and blessings. Greetings in the name of Yahushua. We're coming with some encouragement today from the book of Psalms, chapter 145, verses 18 through 21. Yahweh is near to all who call upon him, to all who call upon him in truth. He does the desire of those who fear him, and he hears their cry and saves them. Yahweh preserves all those loving him, but all the wrong ones he destroys. My mouth speaks the praise of Yahweh, and let all flesh bless his set-apart name forever and ever. Hallelujah. So, I'm just going to touch up on this a little bit, basically giving you guys encouragement from Psalms 145:18, where it says, Yahweh is near to all who call upon him, to all who call upon him in truth. See, David emphasizes, he says the same thing, but he gives you more detail and understanding of who he's actually near to. Because at first, when he says he's near to all those who call upon him, then that would be, a broader amount of people who call on him, right? People who know his name, people who pray to him and seek him. But he revisited, to let you know, he's near to those who call on him in truth. You see, you can't be speaking to the Father and calling on his name, but yet in other circumstances, you're calling on somebody else, or you're using language that is not fitting, as the word says in James chapter 3. In James chapter 3, verse 10, it says, out of the same mouth proceed blessing and cursing. My brothers, this should not be so. Does the fountain send forth sweet and the bitter from the same opening? My brothers, is a fig tree able to bear olives, or a grapevine figs? So neither is a fountain able to make salt and sweet water. So, you got to call on Yah in truth. You can't be using the name of Yah, but you sitting up here lying at other people, lying and deceiving and slandering and all of that. You're not calling on the Father in truth. You can't expect to be heard. So I just wanted to make that understood. I just want to make sure it's clear to everybody that, knowing the Father's name is not just, that's it. It just seals the deal. No, you got to call on him in truth now. You got to walk uprightly. That's what he's talking about in 2 Timothy. In 2 Timothy chapter 2, in verse 19, it says, however, the solid foundation of Elohim stands firm, having this seal. Yahweh knows those who are his. And let everyone who names the name of Mashiach turn away from unrighteousness. You see, he's letting you know, once you name the name, you need to start turning away from unrighteousness. Because if you're not, then you're not calling on him in truth. Which is why Yahushua Mashiach, when he was telling the lady in John chapter 4, right? When he said in verse 22, you worship what you do not know. We worship what we know, because the deliverance is of the Yehudim. But the hour is coming, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and truth. For the Father also does seek such to worship him. You got to worship the Father in spirit and truth. So don't just think you can call on Yah's name and think you're going to be heard. You got to call on the Father in truth. You have to be in truth. Okay? But you got to know what truth is. So when he says to worship him in spirit and truth, those who call on him, on his name, in truth, what does that mean? Okay? I'll tell you what it means. We'll go to John chapter 17. And in John chapter 17, verse 16 and 17, it says, I'll start at 15. John 17, verse 15. I do not pray that you should take them out of the world, but that you keep them from the wicked one. They are not of the world, as I am not of the world. Set them apart in your truth. Your word is truth. See, Yah's word is how we are set apart from the world that we are in. We are in the world, but we're not of the world. We have to be of the truth, and the truth is the word. You have to worship the Father according to his own word that he gave us. That means you have to be walking according to his word, and then when you're calling upon him, he will hear you and he will do the things that you desire. I pray this word is a blessing unto you and brings insight and understanding into your heart, that you may call on the Father in truth, that he may hear you and do that which you desire. As it says in Psalms chapter 37, verse 4, delight yourself in Yahweh and let him give you the desires of your heart. Hallelujah. Peace to you, fam. Shalom. Have a blessed day. Yahushua's love.